All right, good morning. So just a quick review about what we ended last week with. We talked about five types of angle pairs, but we are only focusing on three. So first one that we talked about, complementary angles. Remember, complementary angles add up to 90 degrees. So if we wanted to set up an equation, an algebra equation to solve this, then we would take the first angle, we'll call it angle 1, plus, let's make that a different color, plus the second angle. And we would set it equal to 90. Complementary angles add up to 90 degrees, so we take the first angle, add it to the second angle, and set them equal to 90. All right, so supplementary angles, which we also could say they were linear depending on the picture. Supplementary angles add up to 180. So that's very important for us to set up our equation. So if we decide they're supplementary, we would take the first angle and add it to the second angle and set that equal to 180. Excuse me. So supplementary, if we decide they're supplementary, we take the first angle plus the second angle and set it equal to 180. The last angle pair that we're going to look at and focus on are vertical angles. So remember, vertical angles were across from each other, and they are congruent. Okay, so we're not going to add anything together because remember, congruent means equals. All we have to do for vertical is whatever the first angle is, we set it equal to the second angle. So that's why it's important that you identify your angle pair, because that's going to tell you how to set up your equation. If they're vertical, you set the two angles equal to each other. If they are supplementary, you do angle plus angle equals 180. If they're complementary, you do angle plus angle equals 90. And if you need a picture, just so you can see, remember, complementary angles are next to each other. In this case, they will be. But what will be your dead giveaway is you'll see the corner and you will see the box in the corner. Supplementary angles give you a straight angle. Okay, so they would look something like that. And vertical angles, remember, that's where your two lines intersect. Give you an X shape. Okay, and then they are across from each other. Okay, and again, there's another pair, but I'm just going to mark this pair. The other two are also vertical. So do they make a corner? They add to 90. Do they make a straight line? They add to 180. If they are across from each other and you have that X shape, then they are equal. So let's go back and look at those ones that we already set up. And Canvas or Cabinet does not like me switching documents. So let's try this again. Happened to me last time too. Oh, come on, Cabinet. Let's go. Let's see. Let's just open up something else. Cool. There we go. Cabinet getting itself together. All right, so let's take a look at the three that we set up, because then you're going to set up some by yourself. But we set some up the other day. So, well, we identified. So remember, we looked at these. We said, hey, they're across from each other. So they're vertical. Vertical angles are congruent. So congruent, you're just going to take angle 1 Okay, so and it doesn't matter which one you start with. I'm going to start with the red, what I marked in red. So I'm going to call this angle 1. Since I said they're congruent, then I'm just going to say equals, what's my other angle? Happens to be what I marked in green, 72. Okay. They're vertical angles, so you set the two angles equal. Now, to save yourself some time, you need to go to Desmos, type that in, and get your answer. Okay, work smarter, not harder. Okay, and of course, because these are bigger numbers, you're probably going to have to scroll out. Remember, it's where your answer crosses the x-axis. So you can double tap. If we were to solve that by hand, we should get 10. Okay, so my answer is 10. Now, notice what they want right here. The measure of angle AED. Okay, well, I look. AED is the angle that's marked in red. How do I know? Just trace it. A to E to D. Okay, so they want that angle. So I just have to plug in AED, and you need to kind of show us what you plugged into. AED is 6x plus 12. I'm just going to write it above here. What did we find x to be? We just figured out that x is 10. So I'm going to do 6 times, instead of x, I'm going to use the 10. And then we still got plus 12. And again, type that into Desmos so you're not making math mistakes. AED is 72 degrees. Don't forget your degree symbol because we are talking about an angle. All right, let's look at number 2. Number 2 we decided was supplementary. They're next to each other. They make that straight angle, straight line. So that means they add to 180. So again, it does not matter which one you start with. I'm just going to start. I always start with the one that has the variable. It's just me. So that would be this one. And that is 2x plus 40. Because remember, your little formula says for supplementary, angle 1 plus angle 2 equals 180. So I'm going to do 2x plus 40. That's angle 1 plus angle 2. And angle 2 happens to be this one right here. So that's 60. And since we said they're supplementary, we know they have to equal 180 degrees. So angle 1, 2x plus 40, plus angle 2, 60, equals 180. And again, Desmos is your friend. Please use it. Save yourself some time and energy. Oh, forgot my X back here. Let's get that on there. That way you're not wasting time trying to do this. And again, I can't see it. Big numbers, it's going to require that I scroll. Oh, see, it's way out there. So there it is. Tap, tap. So X is 40. Okay. So X is equal to 40. Now again, they want an angle. They want the measure of HGJ. So I come over here and I try to find HGJ. Okay, and if I look, H to G to J is this angle right here, which is 2x plus 40. So I write that down first. Now it's just a matter of plugging in. So I do 2 times, what do we find x to be? We found x to be 40 plus 40. Just substituting in. Plug and chug. Okay, type that into Desmos. You should get 120. All right, last one I'm going to do with you before I turn you loose to do some on your own. Okay, we determined that this was complementary. Okay, we know complementary means they add to 90. So our little formula says angle 1 plus angle 2 equals 90. So here's one angle, and I notice they both have x's in them, so it doesn't matter again which you start with. But let's do the red. Angle 1, 3x plus 5. Since they're complementary, we say plus angle 2. Okay, again, that would be this one right here. So that's 2x equals, complementary angles add up to 90. Again, work smarter, not harder. Okay, tap, we get 17. So x is 17. Well, let's do that in purple, just to stay consistent. Now, notice over here, they want all sorts of things. So we got to be careful. NLK. So again, you come over here and you just trace with your finger, with your pencil. Kind of used all my colors. Let's see, we can go blue. NLK. So here's N, here's L, all the way up to K. Oh, well, easy peasy. You shouldn't have to plug in on that one. You see the box, NLK is 90. Now they want MLN. MLN. So again, finger, pencil, pen, start at M, go down to L, go over to N. Okay, MLN is 2x, and they don't leave us a lot of room, so I'm going to kind of come over here. So it's 2x, but what did we just find x to be? We just found x to be 17. So I'm going to say 2 times 17. Just plug it in. Kind of running out of room. Make that look like a 17. That comes out to be 34 degrees. They also want KLM, so again, trace it, K to L to M. Now that's the 3x plus 5. So 3x plus 5. But we just found x was 17. So I'm going to say 3 times, instead of x, I put the 17 plus 5. And again, use Desmos if you're not good or don't want to do it in your head, and that's 56. So what you're going to work on is, we've already identified these. Okay. See if you can set up your equations and solve. If you have questions, please let myself or Miss Witcher know. Thank you.